Welcome back, everyone, and this is a super special session of women that you should know around the Coachella Valley. So, as you know, I've been doing this all the month of March, and we had such a great turnout. We had all kinds of wonderful women reaching out to be a part of it. And as you saw when I was with Elsie from Thyme to Tease, we were going over some jewelry she had in the shop, and she mentioned that an amazing young lady makes the jewelry. And she also mentioned that she crochets and does jiu-jitsu, and I was like, we definitely need to meet her. So I'm really excited to introduce you to Jesey Nicholson. She has all kinds of creative talents, and we're gonna learn all about them, and you definitely need to understand that one of them is baking macaroons. We have these delicious macaroons in front of us. So first of all, Jesey, tell us a little bit about what you do, and definitely start with that gorgeous top you have on.
Okay, this is my absolute favorite top that I've ever made, and I started crocheting about a year ago during Thanksgiving break when I walked into a store and I saw a crocheted top that I wanted, but it was like $100. But yeah, I knew that I could do it for cheaper, and I figured out how to do it. I taught myself how to crochet, so I started crocheting mostly bags, and then I realized that there's a lot of different types of clothing that I could make. So kind of started making a lot of my wardrobe, and then during COVID, we started making jewelry.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to just touch base on this top here. The material used is absolutely gorgeous, and you would never know that it didn't cost $100.
Mm-hmm.
So you saw something that you liked, and you figured you could do it for cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
You took off, and you've taught yourself how to do this. Was that difficult to learn?
Learning the basics was definitely a little bit difficult, but it was eventually kind of easier than I thought it was going to be to learn.
Okay, and you also mentioned that you make jewelry. You've got some earrings on right now. How long have you been doing that?
We started making jewelry in the middle of COVID when we were completely bored out of our minds and needed to be productive. So my mom and I dedicated an entire room in our house to just making jewelry, and we've been making jewelry ever since.
That's awesome. And so jewelry, wonderful, beautiful crochet tops, and also baking. So she made us these absolutely delicious espresso macaroons. I cannot tell you, they look like they came from a bakery. So tell us a little bit how you got into baking and what you love about that.
So all the women in my family have been known for baking a lot.
Okay.
So my grandma on my mom's side was a huge baker, and then she taught that to my mom, and my mom taught it to me.
That's awesome. And so have you been doing this since you were like a very young girl?
Yeah.
Okay. So how long did it take you to make these macaroons?
This is probably my 5th batch that I've ever made in my entire life.
So they're so delicious. Wow.
Yeah, I feel like they're getting easier every batch that I make.
Sure. What are some other things that you love to make?
I have this whole recipe book that I dedicated just to my bake stuff. So I print out these recipes and put it all in there. So I make pretty much everything, and I bring all of my hits to school.
Okay.
And share them with my friends.
That's awesome.
I make a lot of lemon bars and
a
ton of different types of cookies and cake.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so right now, what's your favorite thing to create? Is it the jewelry, the tops? Is it baking? What's your favorite?
Probably crocheting.
Crocheting?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any of your items for sale that people could find?
Yes.
Okay, where could they find them?
We have them at 2 shops on El Paseo.
On El Paseo.
And we also have an online store.
Okay, so tell us the name of the shops on El Paseo.
It is Thyme to Tease and the Fine Art of Design.
Right, so the Fine Art of Design is like a vintage clothing store. So, right next to Las Casuelas Cafe, right? And of course, Thyme to Tease is over there on San Pablo, where Elsie sells your stuff too, and your jewelry, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, how long does it take you to make a top like this?
This top probably took 3 hours tops.
Wow.
Yeah, I crochet really fast so that I can do a lot of stuff.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to show you some of her additional yarns, and we'll get a little video of this top. Like I said, it looks like she paid $100 for it. It's amazing. It's super cute. What other kind of items do you make? You mentioned purses and stuff. What other things? Okay.
So I crocheted this full outfit for a concert that I went to. It was pants and a top. So I also want to go into skirts and like everything. And I'm actually making a sweater for Elsie at Tease.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely want to see that. And so for your online shop, where would people go to see the things that you do?
I'm on Instagram. It's Jeseys Handmade.
And Jesey is spelled a little differently, so spell that out for them.
Jesey.
Handmade. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, so you also have been doing jiu-jitsu for about 8 years, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of have a lot of different things that you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And you've tried a lot of new things and kind of put yourself out there, right?
Yeah, and I also do volleyball.
Oh, volleyball too.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So something that we've noticed when we're talking to some of the other women is that they've always had, there's a moment where they are a little bit afraid to start something new, and they're just not sure how to do it. Do you ever feel that way, or are you really kind of like, I'm just gonna go try it?
I'm usually the second option.
Okay.
But when I started volleyball, I started a little bit later than most people, but I really wanted to be on the school team.
Okay.
So my mom signed me up for some classes at a club place.
Okay.
And I don't know, it kind of got easier from there, but
Sure.
it was still pretty stressful to learn that.
Sure, sure. But you're not afraid to open a shop on Instagram or put your clothes or jewelry in shops.
Yeah.
You feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, there's not much that can go wrong there.
Right. That's very true. So you mentioned that you have a dream. What's that dream with all of your stuff?
Eventually, for my career, I want to go to business school and probably culinary school and open a restaurant / bakery / like crochet and jewelry place.
Right? Where people can come buy the things that you make, eat the food that you cook or design, and kind of just be together and enjoy that. That's awesome. That's very, very cool. And do you think you'll go to college nearby here, or do you plan on going somewhere far away?
I actually want to go to college in Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about Phoenix makes you want to head out that way?
I don't know. It's just a little bit cooler than here, and I love the vibe over there.
Nice.
It's kind of like a mix of here and like city life.
Oh, yeah. That's very true. That's very true. And it's not too far.
Yeah, it's a little bit far. Phoenix is like 4 hours away.
Yeah, yeah. So a nice drive. Not too bad. Okay. So what would you, and I know you're 15, right? What would you tell somebody of any age who's looking to try something new and maybe they're a little nervous that it would be successful or not?
What's the worst thing that can happen? Like, there's not much that can happen, like, badly.
Right.
When you're just trying something new. Like, just go out on a limb and be brave.
That's very good advice. That's very good advice. Do you talk about this stuff with your mom a lot? Like, does she help you kind of stay focused and be creative?
Yeah, my mom is really helpful with like making my dreams happen. She really helped me with starting my jewelry and crochet stuff.
That's awesome. So you have a lot of support that way.
Definitely.
Awesome. Does that help you to feel supportive towards your friends, like when they're looking to do something new too?
Yeah, definitely.
Good. Okay, awesome. Well, is there anything that you would like to say that you haven't had a chance to about anything that you do, or?
Not much.
No? No? Well, awesome. It's been such a pleasure to meet you. I know that we'll be watching you as you go through and all the things that you create. And we're going to show a couple additional products that you have on the video as well, so we can share that. Okay, thank you so much.